Oh, start again. Okay, starting again. All right, so I've got Hannah down on the table. Just underneath her head, I've got handy towels so that I can change that over in between people. And then down under the knees, this is going to be really important. The easiest thing to use is a pillow, but what I'm going to use, because I've got one, is a leg bolster. So that goes underneath her knees, and that's just going to take the pressure off her back. So that client comfort is really super important. Now, the other thing that I'm going to use is, I'm just going to make sure that she's nice and comfortable and warm, and put a blanket over her, okay? And I'm going to pull it right up underneath her chin and tuck her in like that. And then the other thing that I'm going to use is the headband. Once I've got it all cut off and ready to go, you would think that I had this all sorted, but no. I'm organised, but not that organised. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got a headband like this, and I'll just put this camera back this way so that you can see what's going on. And if you just lift your head for me, you can have this lying on the bed all ready to go, okay, like that, so that when she lies down, all we need to do is, wow.
My head's big.
I didn't think that your head was big, but maybe the headband's really small. It is from Kmart, so I don't know. Yeah, so that's just going to keep that nice. Now the other thing that I've got prepared is that I've got a metal bowl. I use 2 face cloths per person, and I really like these microfiber ones. I got some microfiber ones from Kmart, and they were big ones, so I just cut them. Alright, so that's ready to go. I've got the Genius Ultra ready to go. I've got the RE9 set ready to go. So we're doing cleanser, toner, serum. We've got eye cream, night cream, the day cream, and I've also got Genius Ultra pads, okay, and I've got the eye gel masks as well. So that's going to be all set up nice and close to me and in order, so that's ready to go. And I am also going to use the Rescue and Renew Detox face mask. So what I like to put the warm water in, if I don't have a basin nearby, is one of these Arbonne bottles, the thermos ones, and I just get warm water out of the tap because it's just at the right temperature, and I just pour it in there ready to go, okay? So really important that you make sure that your hands are nice and clean, that you've got no rings on before you start a facial. And also the other tool that I use is a foundation brush, okay? And that's what I'm going to put the mask on with, all right, a clean foundation brush. So you just make sure that all of that is ready to go. So I'm just going to go wash my hands before we start on Hannah. And get going. Oh, another product that's really good and handy to have available or nearby is any kind of nourishing facial oil, so that if you do have a client that has got super dry skin, then that's going to be really good to mix in with this serum, especially at this time of the year in the winter when your skin can be really dry. Alright, so let's get started. Alrighty. So I'm just pouring this water in. And just keep it nice and warm. Make sure that that lid is on. Now, I've just basically dampened my own fingers. Alright. And I'm taking a couple of pumps. Oh, this is a brand new one, so it's kind of, there we go. Couple of pumps of the facial cleanser. Alright. So I'm going to start. Have you got falsies on?
Extensions.
Extensions, okay. So is there any kind of anything that I need to be careful of with your extensions? Like, can I put cleanser on them? Hen?
I think so.
Yeah.
On my lashes?
Yeah.
Like, will you purposely put them on, or like if it
Oh,
accidentally goes on?
No, just purposely, like wiping it over your eyes.
I actually
We'll try.
wouldn't know. I literally just went and got them today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Hannah has just had some eyelash extensions put on, so I'm going to avoid actually cleanser straight on to the lashes. Alright. Now I'm getting cleanser like all over the blanket. So another good thing that you might want to do is just get a little face towel and put it across there. Okay. The other cool thing about having a face towel there is that you can wipe your own hands on the face towel if you need to. Okay. So the whole thing about doing a facial is to make sure that you just want to keep beautiful strokes coming upwards. Alright. Then I'm going to get 2 face cloths. I'm going to moisten those up. So I just fold them into nice little manageable squares, like so, that I can keep turning over if I need to. And then I'm going to remove the cleanser from her face. Now when we're doing the eyes, we can turn it over so that we've got a clean spot, okay, clean spot in the cloths. And you always go from the inside of the eyes out, okay, to wipe off the cleanser. From the inside out. Fantastic. And that's done. So while I'm doing that, I kind of talk about the cleanser, how it's got no fragrance, how it is a cream cleanser and it's going to moisturize and hydrate the skin, and it's not going to ruin the lipid layers, which is there to naturally protect the skin's layers. And most cleansers have alcohol in them, and they have astringents in them and perfume, and those 3 things are really damaging to the lipid layer of the skin, which helps the skin do what it's naturally supposed to do. So you can explain to people that our cleanser is a deep cleanse without having those things in it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the toner, and I'm going to do 3 mist sprays over her face. So I just tell her that, right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use toner, and you're going to get a bit of a mist over your face, and it's 1, 2, 3. Okay. We explain about what the toner does. Most people are going to avoid, or not avoid it, but they just don't think it's important. But it's actually a really important step in the skincare regime, because what it does is it brings the skin back to a pH balance. And when the skin is properly pH balanced, then it can fight oxidization, it can fight environmental stresses on the skin, and it also prepares the skin to take in the rest of the products, and it refines those pores. So people should not be eliminating toner from their regime. Okay, so after that's on, what I'm going to do is I'm now going to do the detox mask. Okay, so there's several masks that we can use. Hannah at the moment has a bit of acne going on, and so we're going to use the mask to draw the impurities out of her skin. And this is where we're going to paint it on with the foundation brush. Just leaving the eyes clear, because on the eyes is where we're going to put on the eye gel mask. So I also explain to clients when I'm doing their facials that their skin may feel a little bit warm and tingly to start with, and that's because we are using active ingredients to deeply clean the skin and also to kickstart the metabolism of the skin. Now, most people's metabolism of the skin slows right down. So when we think about slowing down metabolism, if you think about your body, what happens when your metabolism slows down? Well, you start to gain weight is the biggest thing that we know about. And it's the same with the skin. When the metabolism slows down, we start to get wrinkles, and we start to get spots, and we start to get age spots. And what we want is for our skin to behave like it did when we were children. And so what will quite often happen is that people start to feel a tingling or a heat when we're using the skincare system, and that's not an allergic reaction. What that is the metabolism kick-starting and cells that have been dormant for quite a few years starting up again. So if they do feel that tingling, that's awesome. That's what we want to happen. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, and we're going to leave it on for about 8 minutes, is we're going to grab these beautiful eye gel masks. Now, some beauty therapists at this point will put on cucumber onto the eyes, but we have something even more special than cucumbers, and that's these babies here. Okay, so the skinny part goes in the middle, fat part out to the side. Just going to dab that in. Leave that on. Okay, so while that is happening, because we've got now 8 minutes to go and do something else, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little tidy up. So I'm going to go and empty out the water, clean the brushes, clean the cloths, and put some clean water in for when we're going to remove that mask, and let her have a little bit of a rest. Okay. Alright, so I have got a bowl that's ready to go. I've got the 2 cloths that I have cleaned so I can reuse them to remove the mask when I need to remove it. Okay, that's ready to go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab some hand cream, which is right here from our new range, and I'm just going to give her a little hand massage. Okay, you can do a head massage if you want to, but I'm just going to take your hand now
Just took my
and just pull it out this way, rest it on my legs, and okay, how good does that look, people? And this hand cream is just amazing. It is so nice. I have it sitting in my Airbnb, and this along with the coconut cream, the coconut body lotion. And seriously, I'm going to have to hold a stock of it because people want to buy it like now. It is delicious. Now what you don't want to be doing, which is quite a common practice, which I think is absolutely horrible. Now some people might like it, but a lot of people don't. So you're best to err on the side of caution. And that's if you've been to have your nails done and people grab your hands like this and they flick them out like that. And it's like all the blood goes to the end and then they like pinch it. It's horrible. So don't do that. You're better off to just grab a finger and just massage each finger up, okay? Also to work your own, sorry, oops, alright, and how's that feeling, Hannah?
I'm gonna fall asleep.
She's falling asleep. Alright. My gosh, smell your hand. It's nice, hey?
I was putting it up here.
It's beautiful.
It is nice. What is it?
So that's the brand new range. It's called Beauticians. And so we've got body wash, we've got body lotion, we've got hand lotion, we've got body butter, we've got lip therapy and lip scrub in that range.
Yeah, because it's floral, but it's not, you know, the cheap, overpowering kind of floral you're used to.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a different kind of botanic.
I think that's papaya. Yeah. So that scent that you can smell is papaya. So I'm just having a look, keeping an eye on the mask, and it's mostly dry at the moment. Okay. So I'm just going to quickly do the other hand. Oh no, it's nectarine. Nectarine. That's what we can smell. Man, it is really good. Oh, my bum has hit something. Okay, let's take the other hand. Let's see if we can. There we go. Oh my goodness, your hands are going to feel so nice after this. Just trying to get this into the camera so they can see what I'm doing. We're having a look at that mask and yeah, it's looking good. Okay, so because I'm videoing, I'm not going to be spending like the normal amount of time that I would on a hand massage. Because if you're training, I'm sure you don't want to sit there and just watch me hand massage henna. So I'm just going to turn the camera back to her face. And we're going to take off the mask. That's just me pouring the rest of the warm water in. So you just check around the face and you just make sure that you haven't left any traces of the mask. Okay, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to grab serum, and I'm actually going to take some facial oil as well, and I'm going to put 1 pump and 1 drop . In there, going to mix that together, and I'm just going to tap it on one side of the face. Alright. Then I'm going to use the Genius Ultra, and I'm going to work it into the skin. I'm going to work it up. So that's one side. Then I'm going to get 1 pump again, 1 drop of the oil. Just going to tap that in. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just make sure that's all nicely worked in, and it is beautiful. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to take some eye cream. Now remember, just a tiny bit of eye cream on the ring fingers and share it, okay? People often overdo eye cream. Don't overdo your eye cream, you don't need to. And it doesn't have the effect that they want. So what we're going to do, and then we're going to put some around the mouth as well, okay? Just around the mouth. So again, we're working from the inside out. Alright. Are you going to be putting any makeup on? Okay, so she's not going to be putting any makeup on, so I'm going to go straight to night cream. Otherwise, I would do day cream if we're doing this during the day and there's going to be makeup on, or she's going to be walking around outside. It's actually night time now, so we don't need SPF. So I've got a bit of night cream here. And this is when we're going to give the face just a gorgeous finishing kind of massage. Okay, what we're doing is we're just lifting the skin, we're working against gravity, lifting everything up. Oopsie, sorry, my fingernails are really long. They're scratching here. Like, look at these nails. It's my nail addiction. And there we have it. A gorgeous 30-minute facial. How's that feeling, Hen? Good?
Yep.
She's can't speak. Bye, everyone.